Hello everybody, this is Hiro, and welcome back to another episode of my playthrough of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei. I'm pretty sure we know where this is going. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh man. Let's just jump into it.
Where what is going? Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't.
Yeah. I think I came to this conclusion a couple of episodes ago. It's the morphogenetic fields.
How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nichisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo?
None of those things surprised him. None of those things were a mystery to him this time around.
And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well,
I knew the answer to that puzzle because I had seen that puzzle previously. I didn't need to be told the answer because I already knew the answer. Junpei didn't have to be told the answer because I knew the answer.
that's...
The answer to that is easy. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom, from a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the ninth letter of the alphabet. But I am also zero. I am just reading along, try to see where this is going, not saying anything, but what the actual hell? No, that's not true. I'm not really zero, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than zero? Zero is my future. In 9 years, I will be zero. Oh no, this is oh. Where did she go? Okay, hang on for a second. This just switched to adventure mode automatically, but I can't. Okay, I can't change it back. So whatever, we'll go with it. Okay. Where did she go? June. No, Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Why is Clover? Oh shit.
Freeze.
Oh no. Santa's got the gun. Seven, didn't you have that? Oh no. Ah, shit. He was having like a seizure or something. No, he must have dropped it. Or, just been incapacitated. Shit! Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head. Oh,
Get up.
I don't think he's enjoying this very much. That much I can say. Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. He's defeated. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
he can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? No! What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out! What? Oh, no! And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. It seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still
Damn.
opens.
Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
What's the plan right now? What's happening?
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Yeah, what?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
He's gonna get rid of us. But. Huh.
No. No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit, we gotta do something. What do we do? Maybe we can still get out through door 9. Does it even open? There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta. No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The five of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8, 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Uh-huh. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm going to need them. Ever again. What? Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Huh? Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
All right, at least Seven's got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. What's up with the narration right now? I can't go to the novel mode. This narration sounds totally different from the way it's been before. These are not Junpei's thoughts, are they? Or if they are, they're like louder than they've ever been before. Let's see. Uh-huh. Yeah,
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Yeah, it's the same combination that, we managed to open door 9 way before we even came here. Lotus is the one who wasn't with us.
Lotus.
Ah,
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
no, it's not like that at all. Oh, Lotus has been cutthroat and cold throughout all of this. Like, always thinking ahead, always thinking rationally. Even being a bit cruel, honestly, and manipulative at some times. Like, when she needed the vote to leave someone behind, and Clover was going through it, and she knew exactly what to say to get Clover on her side. But still, she's not being a bad person. She doesn't deserve anything like this, that's for sure.
God damn it, you idiot!
Whoa, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
Without... if you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
I think Despite their bickering, on some level, I think Seven's a bit fond of her. For a cop, he sure doesn't have so much confidence.
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
We're trying to be casual about this.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, all right? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
So what do we do? What do we even do? What can we do?
You're all idiots.
Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said,
However,
I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Right, it didn't work for Ace, so what the hell?
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace?
Yeah,
I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but
he heard the noises.
I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier, at the Red.
oh yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9!
But it wasn't 9. It was, okay, so either it wasn't 9, or the door's rigged, right? Oh, I wonder which one is it. Which one it is.
Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Yeah,
Give
let's
it
do
a
that.
shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
Two plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9.
You were right.
Okay.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
Right, it opened for the group of kids who were able to get out.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. No. Canny vision? Huh? Okay, hold on. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. Oh, what is this? Oh my goodness, it started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off of the ship we were on. Yeah, that was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. Huh? Oh no, yeah, they said this before. This is the Akane from 9 years ago. Those 18 minutes in the incinerator? Somehow? But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies shown on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was where I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
Shit! Look at this! Oh no! That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the Nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seems lost, Light started talking. Light? He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake. Light. That's his name? Or a code name again? Oh, okay. Shit.
Hello, everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me.
Yeah, she is.
Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me.
All of their siblings are.
Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Okay, so her name is Clover, so that's not... So that's her real name? Okay. So not just a code name, huh? That's interesting. That gives a lot more meaning to the whole, the whole good luck bookmark with a clover on it, huh? As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted.
Oh, shit.
I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is... well, it is difficult.
Look at him, referring to himself as a man. Oh, brave child.
But my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover.
Except there was a mix-up.
For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another.
And that's how Santa knows.
If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
And Santa grew to resent this. Because for him, it was a reminder that he lost so much that day. When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with a number 9 on it. In fact, there were two doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into two groups and walked through the doors. Yeah, they would have been able to do this because all of them were, there. But then the incinerator. One last impossible choice for them to make. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was only one. But if there was only one door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already... No, awful, terrible.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
I hate this so much.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
My brother Aoi swallowed hard and
I
answered.
think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
Oh,
The plaque on the door says incinerator. And that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
oh. Children so small that they wouldn't even know the meaning of the word. Fuck.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys.
Oh,
I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
the rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and 7. Nona. That's a name for... Like, that's the girl with the ponytail, the one with the teal clothes. She's been given a name, so that's interesting. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized...
No, where is it?
No, her Clover?
Did I drop Jumpy's present?
No! Jumpy's present? What? I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back, I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. So indeed she was ahead of them, but I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. And then She ran into that awful, awful man. I ran into the hallway and looked around
There
frantically.
it is!
What is it? It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom, oh, the door to the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongo, Gentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
Ah, no. I know what's happening, but this can be changed. It can't be. His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his
Come
mouth.
with me. We must continue the experiment.
Get away from her. I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. And you know what the worst tragic irony of her being the girl he managed to snatch up is that it wouldn't have mattered because she didn't have a sibling in the other building. There was a mix up. That was Santa. He was right here. So even if he'd wanted to continue the experiment, it would have meant nothing. Oh, that just makes it 10,000 times worse. Not that it's not already bad, it's already fucking terrible, but jeez. Yeah. I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
Ah, no, there wasn't. There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Then suddenly,
Akane!
the door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt toward Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out. But then,
You're too late, idiot!
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator.
Ah!
Terrifying thing to be put through. The force of it threw me to the floor. Like just being handled like that by a man who you don't know, you have no idea who this guy is. But obviously he's like, chasing after you, acting like a maniac. He's the guy who put you in here. Ah. Oh, the force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. It was closed. With a cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, two other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely across the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Yeah.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in...
Junpei vision. Oh God, this is messing with my brain, but I know what is going on, obviously. It's just... Are we gonna have to switch back and forth? Is that what this is gonna be about?
18 minutes.
18.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what he was gonna say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it.
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Santa!
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
Lotus. There's so much to explain. And obviously we don't have the time, but...
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise, I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But...
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn.
What do we do?
What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
Yeah.
Well,
God damn it! Okay, fine.
He's getting like, you know, like a callback. Obviously Clover wasn't there, but... Yeah.
I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want.
Thank you, Lotus. I promise this will make sense if we manage to get out of here
But
alive.
you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
Yep.
What? Why me?
Oh,
Just shut up and stop this thing.
she trusts him.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor, it's moving. What? What is this? What else can I say about it, but
What the hell is that?
this is new.
what is that?
We're back to Akane. What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. Poor girl, look at her! Oh, my heart. No, I'm suffering so much. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on this screen is a reflection of my own face. Okay, yeah, I see what the layout is doing right now. Because I've been told that in the DS version, what this would do was just like swapping which screen displays the text and the narration and which screen displays the visuals, you know? So I guess, like, yeah, like gameplay wise, that's something that the Steam version unfortunately doesn't have. But I can see what's happening right now, as it's trying to, novel mode is for Kane Vision, and now adventure mode is for Junpei Vision. So yeah, I guess this is the best solution they could come up with for this port. It's kind of a shame, I guess, but at the same time, I'm glad I got to experience this version. I was told that, stuff like the voice acting, that's obviously new. Yeah, I think the voice acting, by the way, has been terrific. Absolutely in love with it. Okay, I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Jumpy, just calm down, all right? Everything's gonna be okay. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in
Yeah, that's gotta be like so unnerving.
15 minutes.
We don't have a lot of time. All right, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Ah, hey, we're all tense, lady. That doesn't mean you get to shock people
Okay,
around.
it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll. There we go. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
Um, Password? But it's like all scrambled up. What is
It
this?
looks like some sort of puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle,
And why is this just popping up just now?
The incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
I mean, it also popped up for Kane in the past, but this didn't pop up for Ace, did it? Like when he got burnt? All right, puzzle, how do you work? Ah, man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Please, we don't have a lot of time. Shit, 30 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. Yeah, what was I saying? What was I talking about? She didn't have anyone on the other building connecting with her. Shit. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. Ah, yeah. His mind was gone. Couldn't get any more information from him. But she's getting the information from Junpei in the present, right? So we have to solve it. So if we solve it, can we save Akane in the past? Are we just gonna rewrite history here? I'm sorry, my brain is just it's gonna explode. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face. A frightening, evil face. Yeah, jeez, this jump scared me the first time. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Ah, don't know what to do.
Shut the hell up! Oh my god! He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you.
Oh,
Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
He's completely deranged. He's just evil, evil man. His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. Kudos to the voice actor, by the way. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears. And speaking of the voice actor, by the way, I know him from another game he's in. He's in Fire Emblem Warriors, and he plays a character that I don't really like. So, there we go.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Yep.
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice.
Shut up!
I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty.
Shut the hell up!
See? I've even left you a way out.
Go fuck yourself.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again.
She's so hopeless.
I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
Oh no, poor girl.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Sure you are, buddy.
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
Okay, so then it's the same in the present. But that's interesting because wouldn't have Ace known about that? Maybe he wasn't counting on like Zero recreating everything 100% exactly? Huh.
The verification function of the red?
Yeah. He used the bracelets he just tossed, and so that all that's left is her, all that's needed is hers. And she will be able to get out. Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face of my bracelet showed a 5. Interesting. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. I ran to the door with a 9 on it, but it's not gonna work. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel. Yeah, you gotta solve the puzzle.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
Shut up! She's under so much stress right now, and whose fucking fault is that? I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Oh, this man!
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys.
Oh, the exact same metaphor that Lotus used when describing prosopagnosia. She said, and I'm not quoting because I don't remember exactly, but she said, it's like when you go to the zoo and you look at the monkeys, right? They all look the same to you. You could tell them apart if they had like distinguishing features, like a scar or something. Their caretakers might be able to tell them apart, but to an observer, that would be like prosopagnosia. All of them look the same.
Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
Yeah. This is what he means, right?
I can't! I don't know how!
And again, as I was saying, he couldn't cope with this disorder. He could have been well adjusted about it. He could have, used all his money and all his influence as the CEO of a pharmaceutical company, trying to look for other ways to solve it, trying to find a cure, not just for himself, but for everybody who suffers from it. And even if that had been off the table, he could have just, you know, gone to therapy. He could have just done so many things that didn't involve kidnapping children, putting them in this situation, and yeah, no.
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
And that's just what she's gonna do. Through the morphogenetic field that connects her to us.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
His evil fucking laugh. He's lost himself. His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stare at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
She's not thinking clearly. She needs a helping hand. And we're gonna be it. Can we really save her? Is this really where this is going? Are we just undoing everything? Honestly, that would be quite the ending. This is just one route. I mean, obviously this is the one that feels the most, significant, like complete. Like there are still routes I haven't even seen, but this one definitely feels like something I needed, like specific pieces of information to get and specific choices to be made to get to it. I don't know if most people get it this early. Like this is just my second playthrough. And I have been told by a friend who played this game before me that not many people get the zero lost ending on their first playthrough. I wonder how many people get this ending on their second playthrough. Jeez. What was I going to do? I didn't know. Didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot. So hot, I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. Oh, here we go. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please! Help me!
And that voice is gonna carry 9 years into the future.
Akane?
Oh. Guys, each time I think it can't get crazier, this game just manages to blindside me with whatever the hell is on my screen right now. I mean, not the puzzle, obviously, everything that we've been seeing up till now. Oh, I need to stop here. This episode is so long, but we're gonna keep playing and we're gonna see what we can do about this in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this playthrough. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.